Hello everybody, Good Buddy Kyo here with...
Dignified.
We're doing something new this time, as you know, it's a game. It's called Let's Discuss.
Yeah.
This is a new thing that we're doing because it's like, yeah, people like to hear our opinions about stuff on the commentary, and sometimes on the games we don't have time to talk at all because we're too busy with the fucking games. So we decided, to just have our own little side thing of just talking about stuff, like games, headcanons, AUs, mostly Hetalia based, but it can be really stuff we just find neat.
Yeah.
Mostly Hetalia.
Yeah, just because we know that's what a lot of people are most interested in hearing from us.
Yeah, so we're gonna, because I want to try to branch out a little bit, because you can only do games so much. Of course I'm doing games, but you know what I mean. So, just testing this out, see if it's any cool. So, thought something with starting with a topic that we, talk about the most, and we just seem to have so much information on. Well, not information, but so much opinion on. That's it. We're gonna do the 2Ps first, as you already kind of figured out from the titles. Yeah! That's what we're gonna be doing. 2PAU / headcanons.
Hey. So yeah, how about them 2Ps?
Yeah. And for those who don't know, like newer people in the fandom and the anime might not know what 2Ps are. 2Ps are basically like second player, like in a fighting game. You choose someone and it's another color. Hema made a bunch of drawings that are like a bunch of the nations, mostly the Neo nations, as separate colors and stuff like that. And they have no personalities, they have no stories, just weren't. The only thing he said about them is that he imagines them if they were like in an organization. Whoa, that's about it. Like, only the Axis allies plus Prussia, Neo, and Canada is done, and the only Italy.
Canada's an ally?
Yeah, but not a lot of people count him as the Ally 5.
True.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you were saying that the Axis, like those are the only ones that have canon 2P designs of their original selves.
Yes. And again, no personality, no story, no nothing.
Just
so everyone's
pictures.
Yep. Like there was a long time ago sketches of what the allied 2P male counterparts might be, but they've since like just vanished, and there's been no coloring, no nothing. So it's just like, might as well not. And there's rumors going around that it's like, oh, he just thinks that people's interpretations are canon. It's like, no, he didn't. He's pretty much just left 2P alone at this point. I don't blame him. It's skyrocketed. Boom.
Yeah, it sort of reached that point where it would almost be in everyone's best interest if it was just left as a sort of like fan creativity thing, because it sort of reached a point where everyone has their own ideas and opinions, so if Hema were to ever put his foot down, it would probably cause more chaos than anything else.
Yeah. So, that's what we're here for, because, everyone has a bunch of opinions, and a lot of our opinions on how 2Ps are, we started, like, really, really early on in the fandom when it, was first created, first sent out. So we made a lot of things that are a lot of different than, the main fandom stuff, and a lot of people are interested in, our thoughts of the 2Ps, what our headcanons are, how they're like, so on and so forth. So, like, you know what, okay, we'll make a whole video of just talking about them. It's kind of podcasty, I guess, just talking about it. Talking's fun.
It is.
And I got this one with me because they're basically my partner in crime in all of this.
Yeah, like our entire 2PAU, like all of our ideas related to it, has basically just been created between the two of us, just chatting about things. And like, I would say that roughly like 70 to 80% of that conversation has taken place when like we're both just really tired.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what's fun about it, is that so much of it has just come from a place of like, hey, you know, would be neat. And then the next day we're like, okay,
that was cool. Let's discuss it.
Yeah.
But thing that we're doing, we're not going over the Neotalia nations. We're only going over
like the original designs. So,
well,
yeah, 2P in relation to the original designs.
Yeah, so like the 1Ps, like Axis allies, other people. So, again, mostly male, and both the canon designs and most of them are not canon.
Yeah, because again, like since we're talking about 1P genders and such, the only ones that have even canon designs are the Axis 3, so everything else is just headcanons on our part.
Yeah, and the nations we're actually going over is Germany, Italy, Japan, which, Romano, Prussia, America, France, Canada, England, Sweden, Finland, Sealand, China, Russia?
That'll be...
That'll be addressed later.
Yeah, we'll cover that when we get to it.
Austria, Hungary, Hong Kong, and Saborga. You may wonder, what the fuck's with those last two? It's like, you'll see. You'll see.
It all comes together in the end.
Yeah, though those are the only ones we're doing. We're not taking requests of nations to go over, because this is the only ones that we've made.
Yeah, we really do just sort of like make them up as they occur to us, so it's not really something we can force. If we're not mentioning them, then we have nothing to say.
Yeah, we just don't have a reason to yet, or just, I don't know. Maybe for future endeavors, but not at the moment.
Yeah.
We have enough adventure as is.
Yes.
So okay, let's just before, because this is only an introduction video, as it says in the title again. So let's just talk about our basic AU, so people have a good idea of what we're gonna be talking about. Like, there's a bunch of different universes that it takes in. That it's like dystopian, it's like alchemy, no water resources. I've seen like a bunch of them. They're neat. Ours isn't really like that.
Yeah, we don't really, like, as much as we sort of refer to it as an alternate universe, it doesn't really have a universe that it takes place in, per se. Like,
it's pretty much just modern day.
Yeah, all of our ideas are about the characters. Like, the world that it takes place in isn't really that different from our own.
Yep. So it's basically just, what if the nations of this world were total assholes? Surprise, that's right now, too. So, yeah, it's basically just modern day, pretty much how it is, just everyone's a lot more asshole. Well, I wouldn't say more assholes. There's a basic motto that goes with the whole world, is selfish and do something.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but you kind of got off to a good start. That sort of the core for, like, most of our characterization is self-interest. Everyone is acting for self-interest, even actions that might seem selfless or for others. It all feeds back to the self, and naturally that leads to a lot of people being assholes.
Yep. Basically, like, there's a weird balance, not even a balance, it's just like total tragedy and drama, and then you just got comical hijinks.
Yeah, that's what's interesting, because for a long time our 2P universe was very small. It wasn't even really a universe. We just sort of talked about 2P Germany and Italy, and for a long time that was it, but eventually we started expanding it to all the other characters we had ideas for, and just the more we built it up further and further, the more it just became this wacky hijinks, people being jerks to each other kind of universe.
Everyone's like, they gotta work together, they're kinda assholes, but they get along enough.
Yeah, it's like, while happiness is an arguable concept in this universe, fun definitely exists in it.
Yeah, just the hijinks that you get a chicken on a skateboard sort of thing.
That's sort of how we talk about this AU a lot, is chicken on a skateboard, and you'll come to understand that as we talk about the elements of the universe.
Yeah, though we're gonna start from the very, very beginning of the very heavy drama, then go on to the more hijinks stuff.
Yeah,
so I think that's about wraps it up for this part, at least. We're gonna try to keep it like under 30 minutes per bit, but there's no guarantees.
Yeah, because some of them we do have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, especially our first topic. So the next time we're gonna be talking about Germany and Italy, so this is gonna be fun! Yeah! So... so have a good day, everybody! Bye!
Bye!
Yeah.